Welcome back, everybody, and thanks for being with us. Giving back to the Central Texas community could come from buying a bottle of wine. That's the idea behind a big fundraising event happening in Fredericksburg in 2 weekends.
And if that's not enough to convince you, the 2025 Texas Wine Auction will also feature one of our favorites, KXAN's traffic anchor Erica Brenes, as its MC. But joining us today to talk more about the causes that will benefit from this event is Dave Bryant. He is one of the co-founders of the Texas Wine Auction Foundation. Dave, welcome. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
What a fun topic and fun event, but I think we really want to focus on the good that you guys plan to do with this as well. So the online portion of the auction actually begins today. We want to highlight for people some of the proceeds from this will actually go towards Fredericksburg ISD. And so what will this help provide the schools in that area?
So we've got kind of a really cool program that we created with Create Healthy, which is Methodist Hospital's kind of charity arm. And we're going to split funding to do two counselors, one in the middle school and one in the high school, specifically focused on mental health. So we've identified within the kind of Texas Hill Country community, mental health is something that there's just not as many services as there is need. So we're working really, really hard to raise funds to apply those funds to specific wellness initiatives that are really focused around mental health. The biggest and best to date being with Fredericksburg ISD.
And we also want to mention that some of the proceeds will also toward a sustainability program that's run by the Texas Wine Auction Foundation. Why did you all want to focus on that specifically, and in what ways will the money go to?
Well, wine's such a kind of phenomenal beverage, right? And it's something that's been around for a long time, but you can always do it better. You can always use less water. You can always do it cleaner and better for the environment. So our goal very much is to create those funds and then grant those monies to, right now we're working with Texas A&M and the AgriLife Extension to do a kind of vast vineyard study. So those types of things that will help us grow not just better grapes from making wine, but also that will grow sustainability within our industry to be good stewards of the land and hopefully bottles and everything that gets to you guys.
So sustainability, mental health for kids in schools in the Hill Country, it seems like you guys are really doing it all. Is there anything else that people should know? This is one big party, but that's not just what it's about.
Yeah, we throw a great event, right? Everybody's been to a pretentious wine event before. This is not that. We want to have a good time. We've got amazing local chefs. We've got great local musicians. We're introducing a new event this year on Friday night. We've partnered with the Texas Music Scene television series. They're going to do a live taping at the Albert Hotel, which is going to be so much fun and really, really cool. Again, having some really unique live auction lots at that event. And then Saturday is a big party. But those funds really do go back, and that we keep those funds in the community. We spend as little money as humanly possible. We don't pay ourselves. We really try and give back as much as we can.
So it's new this year that you all are doing this for 2 nights in particular. The night where everybody out there, if they want to come, can attend on April 26th at the Arch Ray Resort. We want to get that right in Fredericksburg. So is there an intention to extend this for a number of other days? Where does this go in the future?
So the goal is to throw kind of an all-out gala, big giant event, right? The Friday night event I think will grow in attendees. This year we're limited to about 200, 225 people, but the goal is to get great musicians to come in, hopefully one day donate their time for this great cause, and throw a big concert on that Friday night. But we also do an event in the fall in partnership with the Fredericksburg Food and Wine Festival, which is an absolute blast where you can actually come in and bid on specific cases of wine that are custom blended, that are usually things that the wineries don't normally do.
Talk to us, last question here for you. We know Texas wine is something special. A lot of folks in the world probably think of California, France, but we know Fredericksburg in our Hill Country has some of the best wine. So talk to us about what this event does, particularly putting a spotlight on that specialty that is so uniquely Texan.
Yeah, I think, Texas as a wine industry and as a region is pretty young. I'm born and raised in the Napa Valley, so I understand those kind of crazy great things, but I also understand how you can take a small town and it maybe can go a little too far, right? If you've ever been to Napa and you've spent $150 to taste some wine, it gets tough really quick. So we really want to highlight those small individual growers that are working really, really hard in the vineyards, but also the individual winemakers, winery owners, tasting room teams, everybody that really comes together to create this industry and this amazing experience. The Texas Wine Auction Foundation, all our funds go back to help those people. So it's a really great cause. Again, like you guys said at the top, it's a great way to come have a really good time and get a nice little tax write-off.
All right, well, Dave Bryant with the Texas Wine Auction Foundation, we appreciate you taking the time this afternoon and hope the event goes well.